Hi, this is a 2002 MO 320, and I'm going to show how to remove the center console, which is right here. Actually, I think I didn't put it back properly. The rear vents don't light up the controls for it, so I need to open it up again and check the controls. Make sure I plug the wire cable in properly. Anyway, so I'm going to go over the procedure as to how to open it. Okay. Let me just rest it right here. Make sure everything is in focus. Okay. And you probably don't see the console. Anyway, we're going to begin by first there are two screws right back here that we need to open. Let me show you that. There are two screws here, but there's also a slot here. Also a slot here that we need to stick something in. Right here, we need to stick something in to take out the top armrest. And then inside, I'm sorry, it's too dark. Let me get a light. Okay, so this is the center of the 2002 MO 320. I have my kids helping me with the light. So we have a few things to do. We need to first punch out these plastic ones right here. One is already punched out. I need to punch the other one out. And once we do that, bring up the light here, then we're going to remove the, oh my god, I can't, two screws, one right here, one right here. These are Torx screws. And then you will see these notches that are right here. There's one notch here and one notch here. We're going to stick a plastic thing into the notch right here and push in the tab that's holding the center armrest that we're going to remove. Okay, so I'm going to get my screwdriver ready. I'm going to do this again. Okay, so we're going to remove these screws. These are, I'm using T20. Dylan, move the light up. Okay, there we go. Okay, just unscrew them. And this one. Okay, so that's unscrewed. Next, we're going to, oh my god, I think I'm going to lose these. Okay, that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to stick a plastic piece inside this metal slot to disengage the tab that's holding the upper armrest, okay? So removing the screws is not enough. You have to stick something in here to disengage the armrest. And you'll feel it go in. So now you can help me. You know what? You try to pull this. Put your hand on here. Move up. Try to lift it up. Okay. Come forward. Come forward. Hold it with both hands, like right here and right here. And pull. No, don't pull it up. Pull it up like this. Okay.
So I shine a light now, Daddy?
Yeah, you are shining a light.
Okay.
Is it coming looser now?
Is it coming looser? No.
No.
It's tight.
It's tight. Okay. All right. I have to let the camera go, and then we'll do it again. Okay.
That's good.
As you can see, we lifted it up. Hold it up a little bit more, Precious. Thank you. Good job. Okay. And you see, Dylan, this is fine. Okay. You see this plastic tabs right here. This one and this one. So you need to do this engage. And then as it comes up, you can let go, Precious. And as it comes up, you just need to point it forward, pull it forward to the front of the car for it to, like, tilt it to the front of the car for it to come out. A little bit tricky, but it's doable. Okay? All right, we're going to pause for a second again.
Ooh.
Please don't cry, okay? We're shooting a YouTube video. All right, so
A YouTube video?
Serena, we need the light right here.
Why do you want to put it on YouTube?
Okay, so right now, with us engaged, these tabs come right off, and then we remove the centerpiece.
Wow.
Wow, right?
It's a cable.
I know it's a cable. Okay, here, you hold on to this.
Yay.
Okay. So now I did connect up this cable. Serena, I need the light here, please. Thank you. So I did disconnect this cable. So I don't know why it's not working. Alright, next we're going to remove the 2 Torx screws that are right here. There are also T20, so it's a seam drill bit that I used to remove the headrest. I'm removing these over here. So once you, by the way, do not lose the screws, mark them so you know exactly where they went, so you don't lose them. I mean, so when you go to put it back, you know exactly where they go. Actually, then hold the light a little bit back.
Okay.
Okay. No, back like this. Okay. Thank you. Good job. That's perfect. Okay. Now we're going to remove this wood console because maybe I didn't plug in the connectors properly, and so we have to remove this shifter first. Let me put my screws away first. You have the plastic thing, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So to remove this, again, just use a plastic. The light over here, Dylan.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
On this whole area?
Right, on this whole area, exactly. So just use a little plastic wedge to come up here. And by the way, this is a Mercedes plastic wedge, but you can get any of them. Harbor Freight has like a pack of 4 nylon ones, which I'm going to buy.
Daddy, how are we going to
Dylan, I'm talking. Do you hear me talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use, and then they're basically just 4 prongs that, okay, there you go, that are held in place, and okay, so they come off. Next thing you want to do is we need to remove this wood piece, which basically just pries right off, like that. That's it. Now I'm going to check the connectors to make sure that I put the connectors on properly, hoping that, get the lights on the rear vent. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording now.
There.
Can you hold it right here? Just hold it right here. Very simple. Okay, thank you. I removed the 2 screws here that were holding the black storage box. So these went out. And all my wires look connected. This is connected, and obviously these 3 were connected. So I still don't know why my rear vents, the light for the rear vents and then the window switches, why they're not turning on. So perhaps I forgot to connect something back here. I don't know. I don't think so. Which means I might have to remove the console then. So removing the console is quite easy. There's these two Torx screws right here, and then there are 2 Phillips head screw. If you can see the Phillips head screw, one right there and one right here. Probably the only 2 Phillips head screws. Most of the other ones are Torx screws in this car. Anyway, that would allow the center console to be disengaged and the whole thing could be removed. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so after removing the screws, okay, the Phillips head, the 2 Phillips head, one here and one on the other side, and as well as the Torx screws that were here, which were also T20 by the way. They were just longer than the other ones, which are one right here, one right here. You pretty much disengage the center console from the body. And now, as you can see, it's quite loose. As a matter of fact, I'm pulling it back. So now I need to remove it, but I'm afraid I might have to put the car in drive or something before I can remove it and then put the car back in park. So it's kind of tricky. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I can't do that while I'm recording, so sorry about that. Okay, so first thing you have to do in order to remove this is you have to, this is the faceplate that covers the ashtray. So it has these 2 tabs, it has these 2 tabs here. So you just basically pull them down and this top part unhooks from the top of the ashtray. So I just did that. And once you do that, you will find these 2, there are 2 screws right here. They're just regular, I don't know what they are. They're not Torx screw though, but anyway. They're, hex, they're like socket. Anyway, you could just unscrew those, and then I think this bottom part comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Just
The next thing you want to do is remove these two screws right here. And by the way, it's just a socket. Let me tell you what it's a 732-bit socket. There's two screws right here. Again, using the same socket that's used for the back, and that'll disengage the what is this? The cup holder. Okay. Oh, sorry, what's up? Sorry, we'll do it right there. Okay. So, disengaged the two screws that are down here, remove those, and then I removed the two screws that are here and here. So there's 732-bit socket that hold the cup holder. Now you have to remove the rear paneling, and the rear paneling is once you remove these two screws. Once you remove these two screws, and you remove the cup holder. These come off just by sticking the wedge and removing it and disengaging it right here. Okay, so I'm going to do that next. Okay, as you can see, I stuck my wedge in here and I disengaged this one. It's a metal clip. And the idea is to do the same right here without breaking it, obviously. Okay, so when you do that, this part should come out, and I have to see what I forgot to. This thing unhooks. I'm sorry, this thing unhooks from the vent. This is the vent holder. It's pretty easy to see what's holding it together, but it pretty much unhooks. Or I might have to remove the vent. If I remove the vent. If you clip on, there's a clip here and a clip on the other side. If you press that, that removes the vent part. So as you can see, I can take out the vent. And once I do that, this is free. And this way I can figure out why, obviously, super genius me never connected this connector right here. Hence why my rear light was not lighting up. So here is the connector piece that I forgot to connect, and I just have to pull it somehow and connect it. Okay, so see, now I connected. I forgot to connect it when I put it back together. So now hopefully the rear the button should light up, and obviously they should work since it's connected. Okay, the other thing I want to do right now is I'm going to replace the bulb on my ashtray with an LED bulb. This is a crappy design that Mercedes has. So the ashtray, if you ever lose anything back there, you wouldn't be able to close it. So that was my reason for opening in the first place, is this thing was stuck in the outward position and I was never able to close it. So I opened it all out, and the bulb, obviously from driving at nighttime and the light being on, the bulb went out. It's been like this for, I don't know, 2 years, I'm guessing. Anyway, since the bulb is out, last time I had a tough time I have to remove this entire housing. Last time I had a tough time doing that. So I'm going to try again and try to get this socket out and hopefully remove the stupid bulb and replace it with an LED bulb. Anyway, let's give it a try. Removing is pretty easy and straightforward. Basically, there are screws on the underside, and you basically remove the screws. There are, there's two here, there's one here, and there's like 10 screws or something. Obviously disconnect the power, another screw, and anyway, very easy to remove the entire. So I'll show you after I remove it. Okay, so these are the screws that I took out. Focus, you piece of crap camera. Okay, and it's a 732. I guess most of them are 732-bit socket. So 732-bit socket, Philips had and Torx 20 are the three tools that I used. So here's the ashtray. It works. You can actually remove the front plate to make it easier. Oh, by the way, it's held after you remove the two screws. It's held in by these two notches, in the center console. So you just tilt it, and they'll come right off. It's also pretty easy to remove this front facade. I think you just pull it down, okay, and it comes right off. Again, there are three tabs, right here, and right here. And you just bend it backward, and it'll come off the groove. So there's a groove that's held in place right here, and it'll come off. So now that I've done that, it's kind of tricky with this. Apparently, I managed to desecure it, or to unhinge it. Okay, I'll get rid of this one. So there's a notch right here, and then a notch on the other side. Just using a flathead screwdriver, sticking it in and wedging it out, I was able to remove these two. But someone told me that you also have to remove on top as well to get this housing out, and then you'll be able to take out the bulb. So I'm gonna give that a try and see how it goes. Okay, so this is the cigarette lighter housing that I've managed to remove out of the ashtray housing. To replace the LED bulb that is right here inside this blue case. It's extremely difficult to remove this. You have to pry it open. There are these tabs in the front. Well, you have to remove first this ashtray. First the ashtray that sits here, which is easy to remove, and there's a tab right here, this tab, and then on the other side there's this tab and this tab. You could just pry those out towards the side, and that comes out. But still, this doesn't come out. I somehow managed to pull it in, to put a screwdriver into the side, and managed to get it out so far. So once that's done, I'm going to make an attempt to remove this bulb. I have to figure out how, and then change it with an LED bulb. Give it a try. Okay, so this is the blue bulb housing that was affixed here that I pried out with not knowing exactly how, but I managed to pry it out. Anyway, as you can see, the bulb is inside this blue casing. So now, even removing this blue cap, which pretty much sat over here like this together, was tough, and I hope I can put it back. But anyway, once that's been removed, now I'm going to remove the bulb from here. I apologize that I can't. Dylan, put the light on the blue thing, Dylan. On this blue thing. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm going to remove the bulb slowly from this blue housing, and we'll see from there.